Hey guys, welcome back to another video. I may or may not be sick. I'm super depressed and my head hurts. But hi. So, people are always asking me about gaming and what I have. Obviously, I have a Zelda poster, there's that. They're always asking me about my gaming shit. And, okay, so, or they're always asking me mostly about games. Mostly about what games I actually have. That's a big one. People like to ask me what games I have. Yeah, so I actually have this, the phone case on this phone, which I can pop off and show you if you really want to see it. Although it actually doesn't pop off very easily, so I guess I can't show you. But anyway, it's a Zelda phone case. I probably showed it in another video. And I do have some, Nintendo t-shirts. I have a Super Mario one, and I have a Pikachu one. And a Nintendo 64. I just don't want to go through my, drawer right now. So this is, all the stuff I have over here, which is a bunch of junk. So I have, these plushes. I just dropped... this actually isn't a Nintendo, but it's gaming shit. It's Pac-Man, and somewhere else, I also have a Ghostly Adventures plush. I never watched it, but somebody gave it to me. And this is the Japanese Bowser. I also have a Mario plush somewhere, and I know I have a Bowser... an American Bowser plush, which is missing an eyebrow. But this is the Japanese Bowser plush. So, cool. Before I get into, systems and games and, all the actual stuff you want to see, I have a large assortment of figurines and random shit. Those are colored pencils. So these are mostly just, for decoration. They're not amiibo or anything. They're just, figurines. These are, candies. There's, candy in there, but I could never get it to open. This one, had candy in it, but it's gone now. It's just a superstar, and this one is, Goomba candy. And they all taste, the same. They're all, the candy. You buy them for the 10s and not for the candy. But I used to have these on my bookshelves, but it got a bit much, so I just kind of put them in a bag. And then these are all, Nintendo figurines. They were selling them at Walmart, and the ones I have are really random, because they're really collectible. This is Mario, obviously. Mario and Luigi. But then I have Ice Mario, and Fire Luigi, Metal Mario, 8-Bit Mario, Peach, Waluigi, no Wario though, I have Waluigi, and then I have, a Pikmin, Black Yoshi and Green Yoshi, Piranha Plant, and a Bullet Bill with a Cappy possession. With a Cappy possession. That made no sense. And, Tom Nook. I want to play Animal Crossing again when it comes out for Switch. Toad, Goomba, and a Boo, and a Bob-omb, and a Shy Guy. And these things, they do have them over. They're actually really cute. They don't always stand up very well, but they're actually really cute. They don't really do anything. It's all just decorative, but it's a thing. And, so I'm going to start showing you actual stuff I have now, since this is the stuff people ask me about, games and systems and controllers and all that garbage. I do have some stuff downstairs, which isn't really mine, or some of it's shared. I have a couple other Wii remotes downstairs. The one I have up here right now is, I'll show you. But the ones I have downstairs, I have a Princess Peach one, and a Bowser one, and a Toad one downstairs. And all the plastic shells. I don't know what happened to my Wii remote shells, because they are mostly gone. So I'm just going to kind of move over here, because those Wii remotes are mine, but I just, when my friends come over, we have the Wii U downstairs, which my dad plays. But when my friends come over, we play down there, so that's why I have the Wii remote shells, and the Wii remotes downstairs. But when I move out, those are my Wii remotes, and I'm taking them with me, because of course there's the gamepad, and I think there's also a Classic Controller Pro, which we have, but I actually should probably take that upstairs, but I don't know what it would be good for, because I don't have any Virtual Console games on my Wii, unless I decide to homebrew. But anyway, so this is the stuff that people like to ask about, and before I show you all the good stuff, I have this random box of oddities, and I'm not even sure if all of this is gaming stuff. I think it's just random, oh my god, that's my butt. This random box of oddities that I'm trying to get out right now. And, okay. This box says Wii U. It's not a Wii U. It says GameCube on it, which is, it's also not a GameCube, which is really, really funny. I think it says GameCube. No, it says Game/something. It actually doesn't say GameCube. I have no idea what this is. Both consoles I don't have. Again, my dad has a Wii U downstairs. I will play it, but it's not mine per se. And I don't have a GameCube, but I just see. This is not even for gaming. This is a broken pair of headphones. Batteries, because why not? A SD card. Microsoft Office. And this is gaming stuff. This is a receipt. Holy shit, this is a GameStop receipt. Wii System Original, white used. Wii U Nunchuck Controller, Wii Sensor Bar, and New Super Mario Bros. Wii. So that that was when I bought my Wii. That's what this receipt is from, and I guess I saved it for the warranty, but you know, this was back when I had this is back when Elite Pro was a thing, and this was July 2018. So what I'm trying to figure out is, whatever benefits that had must have expired by now. So I have a spare set of composite cables, or I always forget which one is component and which one is composite. Anyway, these cables. And I have a spare sensor bar for some reason, because I think I had one come with the Wii. I had another one that I got. Oh, I think I had one come with the Wii U. This might have been the one that came with the Wii U. This one came with the Wii. We have another one downstairs that we bought that we use with the Wii U. So that's why I have 3. Okay, well, I have 2, and then we have one with the Wii U. But I guess I just ended up with this one that came with the Wii U for some reason. This is my baby. I haven't played it in forever, but it's a plug and play. Jeez, the dust. Pac-Man. It has other, like, Namco arcade games on it. And I haven't played this in forever, but this was what I was raised on when I was, like, 8 to, like, when I actually got into gaming in 2016. Like, console gaming, but I didn't have any game consoles. But when I was a kid, this is what I would play. And this is, like, peeling off. It's so bad. And then I also have this Atari one, which I don't play as much because it's Atari. Well, I don't really play these at all now, but they're just cool to have. I got this Atari one to replace the one that did break, because I did have an Atari one that broke. But I got this one to replace it, but I don't really play it much. I just kind of... It's a cool thing to have. I think I got it at Toys R Us, actually, when they were going out of business, because I was like, hey, they have Atari things. And I'm going to try to put this box back where it belongs, because I'm just going to move the camera over here so you don't, like, look at my butt. But this box can just chill over there. That's honestly where the box goes. And then, speaking of boxes, I have a bunch of boxes. I have a bunch of game boxes, because I have should probably move this, like, fan. I probably don't need it in the winter as much, but because I also got one that's also a heater, which is cool, because I got this thing. Anyway, that's not really gaming related, so whatever, but I just have these boxes. And then this one actually has, I don't know, I have the back of the box, because I think the back of the box looks really cool, because it has all the Super Nintendo box arts. But I just have the boxes because the boxes are cool. And then I have this one, which isn't nearly as cool, although it is very pretty. That is very pretty. The box, I mean, isn't nearly as cool. And then, okay, I'll get into the stuff. I'll get into the systems over here, and then I'll show you the shelves and the games. So, over here, I also have, so obviously up here I have my Switch, and then I have the TV, the sensor bar, and this TV over here, which you can't really see. I have a DVD player on this shelf, which you can't see, but that's not really related to gaming, so again, I digress. And then the stuff I actually have out down here is, is all my consoles, So, the first thing I have is the little mini SNES, and it's so cute. It's so cute. It is extremely, extremely cute. But I don't play it that much anymore because, and then the controller, because they released SNES games on Switch Online, so it's a lot more convenient to just play them that way with this. This is the PowerA controller. I got this, the PowerA Zelda controller. I got this because it has a D-pad, and analog sticks are kind of cheap feeling, but the D-pad's really, like, good. And it's a pretty comfortable controller. Actually, it was only, like, $25, and it just plugs into the USB on the Switch there. this controller, and they have other ones. They had a Mario one and like I think a Pokemon one. I can't remember, but I got this one because first of all I love Zelda. Obviously Breath of the Wild poster, giant Breath of the Wild poster. But I got this one in particular, well because it was cheap, but I got because I just kind of wanted a D-pad because obviously the Switch, I have like the Joy-Con, I have like the grip thing for the Joy-Cons right here, just kind of sitting on top of my Wii, which is strange. And yeah, I do have a Wii here. You can probably see it. It's kind of dusty. I feel bad now. And then there's also a memory card just sticking out of it, a GameCube memory card. Which, yeah, this whole thing is just collects dust, like, because it always just sits there and I'll just go in the disc slot. It always collects dust. So this is just propped on a random box because I didn't want to put it on the floor because then it will get overheated. Maybe, I don't know. Because again, the PowerA controller is really great for playing like 2D retro games like the NES Online, the classic games, or playing like Mario Maker or like stuff like that. It's really, really good for that because it has a D-pad. And then when I want to play a 3D game like Breath of the Wild or whatever, I'll play with these. Usually if I'm playing on the TV, I'll pop the Joy-Cons out and put them in this grip and just use it like a controller. And then, speaking of dust, holy crap, there is so much dust on this N64 controller. So I have, which is really nuts. And this stuff is all plugged in back here. It is kind of a nightmare of wires because everything, like I have, all the consoles are plugged into the power strip back there. The power strip, which is attached to this thing, which is another extension cord with 3 outlets. So there's like 9 outlets connected to one power source. Safety hazard! So, yeah, this is the Wii Remote I was talking about, the Yoshi Wii Remote. I don't have the shell for it. If I do have the shell for it, it's downstairs probably. And it's pretty cool. I like it. It has a Yoshi egg on it. Sometimes I use the Peach one, which is downstairs right now, but sometimes I use that one instead. Again, they're all mine. I just don't have them all up here. Obviously the nunchuck, which is not very fancy, it's just a white nunchuck. I don't have any like special nunchucks. They're all just white or black. Again, I have like 3 or 4 nunchucks just downstairs, and then the GameCube controller, which, oh my god, you're dusty. Well, this is not in the prettiest shape because I got this like pretty used off Amazon because like I wanted like an actual GameCube controller because it'll plug into the Wii, and I didn't want to get like a third-party one because they don't feel as good because this feels really. I don't really like the button layout, but that's beside the point because the triggers and the like C-stick and everything feels really, really good. So I like obviously. It's kind of a weird shape, but it's a good controller, and but it is kind of like, it's not like it works fine, it's just a little bit dirty, like in the cracks there, because again, I got it used off Amazon, and then, I don't have a GameCube, like I said, it's just plugged into my Wii over here, and then, I need to clean this, because it's so dusty, especially if I'm gonna play OT later, which I probably will. Periscope! Anyway, guys, so I have an N64. Well, this is the controller that I have. It's just a black controller that I have right here. And then it's just a black N64. It's nothing really fancy. It's just kind of a black N64 with the expansion pack or whatever, the red expansion pack. And then this box just has like a bunch of spare controllers in it, and I will show you everything in here, so don't worry because you're wondering. So in this box, so I have hold on. Trying to make this filming work with this mattress. I don't know why I did like hand stuff. Oh, hi. So I have a green N64 controller, and I actually got my N64 and all the stuff for it from my friend. It's her hand-me-down N64. So I didn't pick any of these like controller colors or anything. That's just the ones that she had. And I do use this one sometimes, occasionally, the black or green. Occasionally, whichever one I'm using will like stop working, right, or will just like hate me. It usually fixes itself, but then I'll just switch to the other one. So if the green one stops working, I'll switch to the black one, or if the black one's having trouble, I'll switch to the green one. That's just usually what I do. And then I have this transfer pack, a white Wii remote. I think this came with the Wii that I bought, because I bought this Wii used at GameStop. Because I borrowed my friend's Wii at one point, and then we got the Wii U for downstairs, and then I got this Wii at GameStop. So I think this white remote came with it. And I have this, the original jumper pack for the N64. This is just the back to the Wii because, again, I have to have it open for the GameCube controller and the memory card, so this is just like the back slot to the Wii. This is a gray N64 controller, but I never really use this one because it doesn't work that great. The stick is kind of like off-center, and then also it's just kind of dirty, but I'll hang on to it like if I ever need it like as a backup or something. And then I also just have like a couple these like little Joy-Con grips that I never use. They're still in their plastic. Obviously, I never use them. And then this is just a spare SNES controller because it came with two, and I've never needed two for the little mini SNES. If something happened to the first one, then I would have the other controller, so that's nice. And then here's the part you all were interested in, is the actual games themselves. Because everybody was asking me, like, what games do you have? And I saw someone, like, on, I don't even know what social media it was, asking me what games I have. Might have been on YouTube, might have been on, like, some other, I don't even know what site it was. I'm just dumb. So, I will show you what games I have, but first, I have this Mario Heat Change mug. I would actually use this, it's just in the box. It's a collector thing. And then some of what's up here is not gaming. Like, this side is gaming, and then, like, this is movies and, like, all this stuff. Like, all the stuff on that shelf and, like, some of the stuff over here is all movies. I'm gonna have to figure out what I'll do once I, like, run out of space, because when I get more games or more movies, I'll, like, run out of space for them. So that's nice. So also, I have this case for my Switch, which is just a Zelda case, again. Nothing fancy. It does the job. So, games, since y'all were probably asking, I'm getting all of the games off the shelf right now, and then I will show you. And I'll tell you, like, if I can remember, like, where I got each game, or, like, just tell you, like, about the games, because everyone's probably wondering, like, why do you have this game? Because kind of like my DVD collection, which is really, really random, my game collection is also really random, because a lot of it is just stuff that I either, you know, was willing to spend money on because I really wanted it, stuff that I found for cheap and decided to get, or stuff that people gave to me. So pretty much everything I have here is just, like, whatever. So I'm going to kind of go in descending order of systems. I'm going to start with the Switch. Also, wow, this Majora's Mask card is a disaster. But before I get to that, I'll start with the Switch, because why not? So, I have, obviously, Zelda, and, I love the inside art on this game. I really do. And I played this on the Wii U for the longest time. Like, my dad played it on the Wii U. It was, like, super fun, and then I bought it again, because I liked it enough. Because I bought that game when I bought my Switch. This is Mega Man 11. This is one of the cheap games I got at, Walmart, because it was like $20. You know, it was like one of those cheap kind of why the heck not games. And honestly, like, it's fun from what I've played, but I really suck at it, so I've never really, like, gotten far in it, but it is fun. And then I have Mario Maker 2. This was the third game I got. I got this after I got my Switch, and the game is actually in the Switch, because I've been playing it a lot. But this is, like, the crazy, like, artwork, inside artwork, I guess. And then, so I really, really like that. It's, like, played together and made together, all new story mode. So it's pretty fun in the online, playing levels online. So I really, really do enjoy. Mario Maker 2 is, like, so much better than Mario Maker 1. It's not even funny. I don't make levels too much, but I love playing, like, endless modes and playing what people have made, and it's just so fun. And then, this was the other game I bought with my Switch, Mario Odyssey. I played it a fair bit when I got it. It's really fun. But I beat it. I beat the main story, and I got some, like, extra moons, but I haven't, like, 100%ed it. I haven't played this in a while because it was getting to the point where, like, I wasn't finding moons as easily, and they were kind of more hidden, so I've not played this in a while. But I'll definitely play it again. I either will start over or I'll, like, play it more. But I will definitely play this again in the future when I want to play more Mario. This, like, I play every Mario game multiple times. And then this is the other game I bought, which is Smash Bros. Ultimate, which is pretty fun. I have a software GPG sale in here from GameStop, and I love, like, the artwork. Again, it has all the characters. I don't have all the characters unlocked yet, so I was playing, like, this story mode, or, like, this the spirit, well, it wasn't, like, the spirit battle, it was, like, the World of Light story mode or whatever, which was kind of cool, because the fights are, like, different things. So now I probably have the largest group here, which is the Wii. So, again, these are all in alphabetical order, and I'm just going to go down the list of what the game is. And so, Kirby's Epic Yarn, GameStop cheap game. Played a little bit of it. It is fun. It is very cute. I've definitely played a little bit of this. The Wii games had these, like, big manuals, which is cool, too. I like that. But it makes the box, like, really heavy. Like, this is, like, weirdly heavy. The Switch boxes are so light. It's just, like... And then the Wii boxes are, like... and then, Zelda Skyward Sword. Really funny story about this game. This is kind of a beat-up copy, actually. This box is kind of beat up. Still has the GameStop sticker on it. I don't know how I feel about this box. It's kind of beat up. It has a manual, though. It has the Symphony soundtrack, which is funny. And then it has the disc. And I did, like, test it out. Like, it works. So, like, I'll tell you, the funny thing about this game is that, my friend had loaned me her Wii, like, 2 years ago. And then I had picked up this game in my cousin's basement because they had a bunch of old Wii games that they weren't playing, and I picked it up in my cousin's basement. And I played it, and I liked it. It was, like, the first Zelda game I'd really played. And I liked it, but it wasn't, like, really my thing at the time because I wasn't really, like, super into Zelda. And I got, like, into the first dungeon, about halfway through the first dungeon, and I stopped playing. Just for whatever reason, I got other games, or I just lost interest. And then I gave her Wii back, and I gave her that game, because she'd always wanted Skyward Sword, so I gave her that copy. And then I bought another copy of Skyward Sword. I rebought this game. This was one of the games I rebought, in addition to New Super Mario Bros. Wii and Brawl, which were also her games that I had played. I rebought those games. So, Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword is a game that I rebought and started again, and I was like, okay, this is cool. And I got to the same exact room in the first dungeon and was just like, okay, I'm done, and I tapped out, and I was like, oh, I'll totally go back to it, and then I totally didn't go back to it, because, spoilers, I was in the middle of moving and all that, so that's why I didn't go back to it. But, now that I, have played some of the other Zelda games, I'll definitely, like, play this at some point. Like, I will beat this someday. I'll start over and just, like, actually play it, but, probably not right now, because I just finished this game, which is Twilight Princess, which... first of all, I absolutely adore the box art. I adore the disc. Like, I adore all the aesthetic about this, like, the marketing. Like, I know, I always said, like, you can say whatever you will about The Last Jedi as a movie. I personally thought it was not bad, but, like, obviously it has issues, but, like, it was not as bad as people said it was. I kind of liked it. But even if you hate the movie, like, I just love, like, the marketing and the black and white and red, and just, like, the way it was marketed, the posters, like, I loved it. Anyway, but this is one of those games. This is the Nintendo Slicks version, which is, okay, whatever. I don't really mind it. Again, I got this out of my cousin's basement, and I finally beat this recently, because I had this game for a really long time, and I'd never played it, because I wasn't really into 3D Zelda. But once I beat Ocarina of Time, I was like, I'm gonna play this, and then I finally played this. It took me 60 hours to beat. I wasn't very good at it. I'm definitely better at it now. Of course, this is the Wii version, so I really like I would kind of wonder how it'd be different to play it with traditional controls, like on the GameCube or the Wii U, because I really like this version, because aiming is, like, really precise with the Wii remote. I really like that, like the pointer functionality. But what I don't like is fishing, because, like, the motion controls for fishing and, like, flying are, like, way too janky. I don't like the motion controls for flying in this game either, from what I've played. Yeah, but I don't really like the box art here. I love the box art in Twilight Princess. I love, like, the Midna thing behind and Midna is, like, so cool in this game. I finally beat this game. Again, I didn't do 100%. I'm sure I'll play it again at some point, but... So, never played it until, like, just recently, and I finally beat it, so... Yay. And then I have Mario Kart Wii. I've had this game for a long time. My friend played it, or I played it at my friend's house, and I was like, hey. and then I got it at GameStop again. This is actually really funny because I have a software GPG sale in here because I had borrowed my friend's Wii. This was back in 2017. This is one of the games I've had for like the longest, I guess. And it says it actually expires. This software thing expires on May 2018. It also says an Wii game or a Wii. I don't know what it says there. Somebody wrote that on the, and it has this whole manual, and then it also has this like Mario Strikers charged ad, and then this like register your software. Like it's just like so old. But I did have this game for, and it took me a while to get a working copy. That's a long story, but I have had this game for a little while, for like 2 years. So, and my dad like to play this game, so sometimes I'll take it downstairs and we'll still play it when my friends are over, cause we. And then the Red Abomination. I'm joking. 2, the collection. New Super Mario Bros. Wii. This was one of the first games I had, but I obviously this is not the original copy I had. I rebought it because again, it wasn't really my copy. It was my friend's copy. I was borrowing stuff from her, and yes, that is the same friend who gave me the N64. But yeah, I was borrowing stuff from her, and it wasn't. And I just gave her all her junk back, and then I rebought some of the games. And I would have done that for the N64 stuff, but the N64 games are so expensive, and my friend was like, okay, just keep it, so, like, whatever. And then, this one is, pretty fun game. I remember I loved it. Like, still playing it now. It's pretty, like, stale, like, you know, playing it now, but, like, it's still a really fun game. And this has, like, a manual, and I love these, like, pixel designs. And then in here, it also has, like, here we go! Ayanzi, allá vamos. And then it has like all the manuals, so again, really nice. Again, Club Nintendo, like that's not a thing anymore. These are such old like games, or like the marketing for them. Because again, this was one I rebought at GameStop. I think I picked this up when I picked up the Wii, because I already had like some other Wii games, but I just picked this one up. And then. Oh my god, this is so compressed. So this is like Namco arcade games, Namco Museum Remix. I don't know which one this is. They had a lot of Namco Museum. But my friend gave me this one, but like I made a like image for it. Like I found the cover and just printed it out, and it's like so bad. And then my friend gave that one to me because she knows I like Namco. Sonic Colors, again, I don't know what it is. This box feels like weirdly flimsy. I don't know. I got this one for $20 at Walmart, which this one kind of sucks because the manual is like just small and black and white, which kind of sucks. Except there's an ad for Sonic the Hedgehog for Episode 1 on the back here. The funny thing is I've never played Sonic 4 Episode 1, but I played a little bit of Sonic 4 Episode 2 because that one was free. I deleted it because I don't have that many games and I sucked at it, but it's funny because I played Episode 2 and not Episode 1, and then obviously the disc is here. So honestly, I don't like the way this, like, case feels. So honestly, I'm wondering if this isn't the original case, just because if they, like, made a case for it or something at the Walmart. I don't know, but it doesn't really matter. And then this one is... I've only played this for, like, 5 minutes. Sonic and the Secret Rings. Again, look at this great cover I made for it. And also made these, like, side labels. I did type most of these. That's the funny thing. We'll get to that in a minute. I typed most of these side labels. Again, it's like really compressed, because I had to fit the cover art onto this like square thing because I didn't have a proper case for it. And Sonic and the Secret Rings, I've only played this one for like 5 minutes. It's not very good, but I probably spent $3 on it, so I'm not really complaining. This one is a Star Wars, The Force Unleashed. I've probably only played this one for like 15 minutes. I remember playing it downstairs, either on the Wii U. I think it was on the old Wii, actually. I played this one for like a long-ass time, only for like 15 minutes. I'm joking. I did not play this one for very long. It's like, it was okay. I remember like you start as Darth Vader and then like he jumps like Batman and it's weird and then you do all this. But also, 2 things about this. First of all, it opens this way, because it should open this way, but I put the label on this way. And also, I hand wrote the label because I'm dumb. Wait, yeah, but I put the label on this way because... Well, yeah, it should open this way, but then it's backwards, or whatever. So the whole thing is just... if I want the label on the right way, then the game is on the wrong side. Okay, so I have, Mario All-Stars. This is one of the first games I wanted when I got my Wii, the first Wii that I was borrowing. This one has a really boring manual, which sucks. So really not interesting packaging at all, but this has the 4 Mario Adventures, the Super Mario Bros., Super Mario Bros. Lost Levels, Super Mario Bros. 2, and Super Mario Bros. 3, because I'd been playing some of these games like online, just like in Flash or whatever. I could never save and always lag, but I didn't know what lag was. But I really wanted to play these, and I didn't have the original games or any way to play the NES versions. Now they finally released a Switch Online thing, so now I can play the NES versions, but like at the time I didn't have any way to play them. I didn't have like an account because it wasn't my Wii and like all that, so you know. So but this is just basically all this is the SNES game Super Mario All-Stars, but they are 16-bit remakes of the original NES Mario games, which is really neat. And it just has a 25th anniversary thing slapped on it because it was Mario's 25th anniversary, and they're like, let's release this on the Wii. But I really wanted this back in the day. I played this a lot. And I honestly, I guess you can play this with a classic controller. Or a GameCube controller, okay. That's beside the point. But yeah, I like this game. But now, of course, I can play the NES versions with save states and all that on the Nintendo Switch Online, which I will do, and now that I actually have a decent-ish controller, you know, and I can also play Mario World, which is nice, because I did have Mario World on my 3DS at some point, but I don't know, because I did buy that game, but these are the SNES versions. I really like the way Mario 3 SNES looks. I'm not too keen on the way the others look as much, but that's just me. So honestly, probably I've played Mario 3 the most on this version. I finally like have the SNES version now, and also like Mario Maker, but like in terms of like actual Mario 3. So I have this, and then here it is, my favorite game of all time, and I don't even have a proper case for it, Super Mario Galaxy. This was like the first game that this was the first game I was like into, and this actually is like a printed back cover. Like I printed this out, but it's just like a little booklet. Defy gravity into outer space, but it's like, again, super compressed. Printer's ink, smells like printer's ink, and then the disc itself is actually really unremarkable on the like clear background. I just still like the art. I mean, he's like flying, but I like had to find like a random box art and just put it on here, and it's not the right size and all that, but you know, it's still better than nothing. And this was one of the games that my friend had, and I just remember like playing this stuff, and this is my original copy because she told me to keep it because, you know, this is my favorite game of all time. So I've never rebought this game, so this is the original copy. It's like, honestly someday I'd like to buy a copy with a box, like a case, but it's not like high on my priorities. Like, I'd rather spend money on new games, you know what I mean, or games that I don't have before. So it's not really like a high priority, but this is a game that I would love to at some point get a proper box for. I wonder if you can just buy the case like on eBay or something, or I could just get a new copy of the game. But anyway, yeah, this is definitely an old game, and like, yeah. And then Mario Galaxy 2. This is the first game I bought with my own money, because I was at Walmart. Again, I got into gaming in 2016. I had my friend's Wii, and I was playing like all the time. And I went to Walmart, and they had the Nintendo Selects Wii edition of this. They don't have them anymore, but this is my game, like totally my game. I bought this with my own money. This was the first game I bought with my own money, and actually the case is like definitely taking a beating. I'm not even sure like why. There's like all these like dents on the case because I bought it new. I don't know why. I guess I've just had this game for like 3 years, so that's probably why. And I played this before I played Mario 64. I really wanted to play Mario 64, which I ended up getting the N64 from my friend, so I was able to play Mario 64 a bit. And honestly, this is another one with just like toward the end of the Wii's life, for like boring manuals, which kind of sucks. But the disc is cool. So not too big of a fan of like the like inside packaging. Of course, the outside packaging is awesome. I kind of wanted to know like if Skyward Sword also has like a shitty manual. Oh no, this one has a full manual, probably because of the Motion Plus, and also because of the Zelda Anniversary. So some of the other stuff I only have a couple more Wii games. This is Super Monkey Ball on the Wii. Again, I don't like super compressed. Like, I didn't have a case for this. I must have gotten this one at GameStop for cheap. Well, I think I had borrowed my friend's copy at some point and was having, and like, I kind of enjoyed it, so I just So at some point I borrowed, like, different friend, by the way. At some point I just, like, picked this up really, really cheap. So it's kind of a fun game. You do have to do it with motion controls, which is kind of hard to control, but it is fun. I also heard they were remaking it at some point, which is neat. And this is one of my friend's games, Super Paper Mario. This still has a freaking GameStop sticker on it. It's probably been on there for too long at this point to worry about. And I did play this, like, literally, like, 3 years ago. I was enjoying it, but I just never, like, finished it because it is kind of a very text-heavy game. It's more of an RPG. It's a platformer with, like, RPG elements, but it's very text-heavy. And I just wasn't too into that. Of course, now that I've played Zelda, I feel like I could get into this at some point. But I do remember enjoying the, like, gameplay and, like, the levels. So I do remember enjoying it. But I don't think I was very good at it, so, yeah. But this one has an actual manual. But I do think this is a cute game. This is, like, out of any of the Paper Mario games, this would be the one I would probably get into because all the other ones are more RPG-based, and it's just not really my thing. So, probably out of all of them, because this is, like, kind of a platforming game. And then the last game I have, and this is one I rebought, when I got my Wii, or I think I rebought it after, but, Smash Brothers Brawl. I can't speak English. And the only thing I really play this one for, I love the artwork, oh my god. But the only thing also, big fat manual, holy shit. The only thing I really play this one for, and this was like the dual layer disc or whatever, like this is like a thick disc. But this was my second copy, like I said, I rebought this one. This was one of the only games, really the only thing I do, like occasionally I'll play a CPU match, because obviously it doesn't have online anymore, obviously I don't really have anyone to play with, so the only thing I do on here is play, Subspace Emissary, but Subspace Emissary is awesome, so I always play that. And I have Smash 4 is like this game we play downstairs when my friends come over, because I have that for Wii U, and then Smash Ultimate is the game I play online, and I play World of Light, but I also play online because I actually can play online in that game, so that's cool. The little label I had for this is coming off, and I also don't have a case for it. This is literally just Ocarina of Time. Okay, getting into GameCube now, by the way. This is Ocarina of Time with Master Quest. I haven't played Master Quest yet, but I picked this up, so hopefully sometime I will. I definitely will play Master Quest at some point. This has Master Quest on it, and it's just like a GameCube disc stuck in like a regular-ass case. I got this on Amazon, obviously. Very hacky, but, you know, it works, so I did test out, like, the disc, and it does work, but it just, like, doesn't play. Also, my stupid label is coming off. That was another hand-done label, which is coming off, and then, okay, because I really don't have many GameCube games, so this will be quick. Also, gosh, I'm, like, okay, this also works, but again, I'm realizing, like, how cruddy some of these games look. Like, it has a used label on it from, like, a bookstore, and then it has, like, some, like, something spilled on the cover, which is fine, because, like, it still works. Again, I got this on Amazon. It still works, but, you know, it's just, like, again, the little disc is cool. It has, like, and this one does have a pretty lengthy manual, but it has, like, this, like, this, like, ad for, like, the magazine, or, like, Nintendo Power, I guess when Nintendo Power was still a thing. It has this cool stained glass artwork, and then this is, like, Team Up with Tingle. These are all, like, inserts. This is, like, a Game Boy Advance thing, and then this is, like, a precautions booklet, and then this is the actual manual. So, like, honestly, the fact that I ordered this, like, off Amazon, and this came with all this stuff, that's honestly kind of impressive. And then I have, Mega Man Anniversary Collection. I do want to get the Legacy ones on, Switch. This was for the 15th, I think the Legacy was for the 30th. But, I've played these a good bit. It is very awkward playing Mega Man with a GameCube controller, but I got used to it, because this is just the cheap. This was just a way I was able to pick these games up cheaply. Hopefully I can get the Legacy Collections sometime, and also the X Legacy Collections, because I really want to play the X games. Other than the first one, because the first one's been released on lots of stuff. But, it just sucks that they don't have a license to, like, release the Mega Man games on, like, you know, the Switch Online. Also, this is really funny. I never even looked through this manual before. Like, I never even looked through this. Again, I got this on Amazon. But it says notes, and somebody wrote win. All I do is win, no matter what. But I kind of wonder if, like, that was, like, a password or something they just wrote down. I don't know. And then this one is the same, basically the same thing, but it's just Sonic. And, like, it kind of sucks for this because you can't actually, like, save the games because they're pretty much in their original Genesis format, which means you can't save them, which is frustrating because I suck, but... I also don't like the way this disc looks. It's like blue and yellow, really unappealing color palette. This has like an Amazon slip tucked into it, and then just like the manual. And I know this was the first GameCube game I picked up, and this doesn't have a case either. This is Super Mario Sunshine. This is a fun game. I did 100% this, which was probably one of the most grueling things I've ever done in a game. But it has, like, I like doing it, though. Like, blue coin hunting is fun. Like, all that is fun. But then once you, like, have to get all of them, it's just like, oh, my God. And, like, this disc is, like, really weird, iridescent kind of disc. It's, like, silver, and then it has, like, this, I don't know. And the disc is also not in great shape, but it does work. So, once again, Amazon, I just love how tiny this case is. And then, last but not least, I have N64. These aren't really in alphabetical order. These are just kind of arranged however they were on the shelf. So, I have, all of these games were my friends' N64 games. Obviously, that's why I have them. And this one actually already had a label, so it must have been at a used store bin. This is Diddy Kong Racing. Again, I don't have, like, boxes for any of these. These are all just carts. But Diddy Kong Racing, which is... What I've played of it is fun, but you have to get first in every race, and I suck. And then Mario Kart. This was my jam. I remember back in the day, I would play this with my dad all the time. I still like to play this game. This game is really fun. Mario Kart 64, and then Mario Tennis, which, of course, Mario Tennis. Haven't played this one all that much. I've played it a little bit, but... And then Pokemon Stadium, also haven't played this one all that much. I don't know why this cartridge feels really heavy to me. But, yeah, and then, I have, Ocarina of Time. Also, this label is strange, and there's a hair stuck in it. But yeah, this cartridge is okay. Like, it's in okay shape. The cool thing about this is that this is, I actually don't know if it says on here 1996, 1997, 1995 Nintendo, Nintendo. Power must be off before loading game pack. I actually don't know if it says in here what version it is, but it does have the original Fire Temple music and the Red Blood. So it's one of the, like, early versions, which had all that. So this must have been, like, the second version, because the first version was, well, I actually don't know why it says, I don't know why it says 1996, 1997, because the game came out in 98, so I wonder if that was just, like, the N64 or, like, whatever. So it actually doesn't say which version this is, but this is, like, the gray cart with all that stuff. And again, it's very faded, like the gold label is kind of faded, but it still looks okay. And then, in contrary to that, this one is a disaster. Because it's just very, like, I'm so glad my friend found this for me because I was like, I really, really wanted to play this game, but, like, if you look at the back of it, it's just a disaster. But in the iridescent cart and all that, but the game works. It took a little finicking to get it to work, but it works. So... I've played a little bit of it, and I will play more of it soon. I really want to do that. And then, obviously, Ocarina of Time I've, like, beat multiple times. I love that game. And then this was my first true love outside of Mario Galaxy, Super Mario 64. And, yeah, this one is in okay shape. Again, it's kind of scuffed up. Honestly, it was always, I mean, like, again, we got this one used online, too. But, like, this is one that I always, played this, like, religiously. I even, like, speed ran it, so, like, yeah, this game is, like, my life. It was. Now, I would say Ocarina of Time is, like, kind of took that spot, you know what I mean? As, like, the game I like to just, like, play all the time or whatever, but, like, this was, like, the game for the longest time, but I would, like, always boot up. Like, Mario Galaxy is my favorite game of all time, but this is, like, the game I would always boot up, so, yeah. So, anyway, I think that's everything I have up here. Again, I do have some more stuff downstairs. It's mostly Wii U stuff. It's mostly not mine. Some of them were games that I bought, but again, my dad's Wii U. So, I guess he gets to keep them when I move out, or I get to take them and try to find a Wii U somewhere. But anyway, guys, sorry the video was, like, long, but Thank you for watching, and now you know everything I have, so don't ask. Bye!